especially in minorities. And a good percentage, about 40% of our students are Hispanic, primarily from Highwood, but that's part of 113. And we're looking at this as a community thing. The District 113 supports us wholeheartedly. They love what we're doing. We're bringing a whole new dimension to that school of helping students that need help. All right, so you got the financial problems. The other problem is socially, they go away to school. For many of them, they've never been away at all. And so they get in this new climate and they can't handle it. If any of you had children go to college or have them in college now, I'm sure you've gotten phone calls requesting help, advice, whatever. Most of these parents have never gone to school. Let's see, first generation. Gabi happens to be the first generation in the United States to go to school. Her parents are from Russia. All right. So they need advice and assistance. Who provides it? But our coaches. Our coaches are from this community. When I say this community, I don't mean Riverwoods. I mean Riverwoods, Banneker, Highland Park, and Deerfield, and maybe some from Highwood when we get going. That's the most important thing we provide these students. So we want to get our name out. The Deerfield Review has done several articles. We want people to help us help these kids, and there's a lot of different ways we can do it. I'm going to stop now, because I'm close to my half hour, and if there's any question, I'd be happy to answer them, or we can have Alicia or Gabi respond.
What are you looking for?
I'm sorry?
What are you looking for?
We're looking for, number one, people who might be interested in finding out more and perhaps helping us. You've received a brochure, and our homepage information is on there, so you can find out a lot more about us. I hope more by tomorrow. We have a new homepage, it's just going up, but it's kind of exciting. And so you can find out a lot more about us. But what we're looking for is people who want to help children. That's what you really.
I have a question. So what's the level of scholarship that you're providing?
It depends on the student. It depends on the college they go to. All our students have their full tuition paid by the time they go to school, from the FAFSA federal government, state, if they're in state, they get state money, and the school supply money. Some of them, like Gabi, earn substantial merit money because she's a brilliant young lady. But most of them need additional funds. We require all our students to work at school, earn $3,500 a year. That's part of what we want them to do. We want them to put some of their own money, the summer money that they've been able to earn. This year they're having a terrible time finding jobs. So it makes it harder for them. We call it a gap. Whatever is left over, up to about $4,000, is what we will provide the student. But we make sure that they don't apply to a school where they're going to have $10,000 in debt. That's part of what we do.
Okay, and then how much of your funding actually funds the scholarships as opposed to administrative funds?
Right now, depending, last year was probably over 80%, but we are in a growing stage. We're developing. For instance, we give laptop computers. And so laptop computers is one of the things we offer. We give many tutoring courses to students. So we offer many other services besides directly giving them money to colleges. Did I respond okay? Okay.
The cost per student averages right now about $6,000, with the potential scholarship ranging up to about $4,000. It's about an additional $2,000 or so for everything else that we offer them between the coaching and the classes, ACT classes, taking them on college trips to different universities, either as a group or their coaches will take them individually.
Are there any paid employees of the organization?
There's myself as a director of development, and we have a program coordinator as well, who works with all the coaches and students and coordinates the entire organization, really.
And that person's part-time, half-time. So you're
And how-
looking at our staff.
And how do you raise your revenue to supply these?
We beg a lot.
scholarships?
It's all community. Every one of
It's from the village?
well,
from
no,
village
it's from
government or
individuals.
individuals?
It's from individual donations so far.
Is there an endowment of any nature?
Not
No.
as of yet, no. We're about 3 years old right now, so grants,
So you're-
now that we've had our first audited financials, so we are able to apply for many more grants now at this point. I'm fortunate to be awarded a few as well. And then really just individuals within the community and some local businesses who have joined on as well.
The challenge we have The good news is, we are tied into a local community, so we can tie into individuals in the community, businesses in the community. The negative side to that is, large granting organizations don't want to support a community, they want something that's vaster. So it's more difficult for us to get large grants than it would be an organization that spreads across many communities.
We have a village paper that goes out twice, every two months. And we have an article that you can, if you would like to put something in, has to be in by the 15th of this month. I'd be happy to publish whatever you want to print for us.
That'd be wonderful.
That'd be great. You want my picture?
Whatever requests for, you want mentors and.
Yes, we will definitely take advantage of that, absolutely.
Okay.
Any other
Send it
questions?
to me before the 15th of the month,
Absolutely,
electronically.
okay.
Any other questions that you have? Thank you for your time, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll let you do it. We'll let you get your work done.
We have a motion for first reading of an ordinance establishing general prevailing rate of wages in village.
So moved.
Second.
This is one of those ordinances we have no choice.
Yes, we have to pass this on an annual basis.
I was able to retrieve the schedule of prevailing wages that Lake County has established. For the first reading tonight, I can scan the PDF and send it to everybody.
Right.
Not that we can do anything about it.
Right?
We could go through the effort of trying to ascertain the wages ourselves. And I don't know how we would do that.
All in favor of first reading?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we'll have a second reading next time. An ordinance providing, adding provision to the village code regarding lawn maintenance activities.
And have a first reading.
Have a motion for first reading.
So, second.
Discussion?
Is it, what caused this to all of a sudden hit the radar?
I did.
Okay.
I got a couple of complaints in Thorngate, and I actually thought it was already in the ordinance, and I went to look the ordinance up, and to my surprise, there was nothing in the ordinance. It was actually lawn, the lawn guys there at 5 a.m., no problem. And people were kind of having the lawn maintenance guys there at like 6 in the morning with leaf blowers.
Right.
I can understand why people are complaining, those things are about as loud as a jet engine, so.
I did.
Put it louder if they're in your window.
I did
Yeah.
hear from, was it Russ, who told me about maybe it was Bill, who mentioned to me that the golf courses are up earlier than this. They do maintenance activity much earlier, so,
Did you verify that, Russ?
I don't, John did not call me back, I just checked out, to see if I got a call back. I know, I believe him, because I know he's up there early,
so, by the next meeting, we'll figure out about when they start, and, I guess my suggestion would be at the last sentence where it says the limitations shall not apply to the operation of lawn maintenance equipment by occupants of the property. That's for people who do their own mowing. We might add something like, that says, or by the operators of such equipment, the operation of such equipment by staff or employees in the maintenance of a country club or park district golf course, or words to that
Well, do
effect.
you want to let them do it before 6?
Yeah, why would it
Why?
not apply to occupants?
Because they already do it, and you got a tee time that doesn't lend itself to starting.
No, I don't mean, I know the golf
Yeah.
course, but why are we excluding occupants other than the golf course, like a homeowner?
The theory, I don't necessarily subscribe to it, that the theory, we imported this from another community. The theory is that most of the offensive activity is from the larger lawn maintenance groups that come out and do work. A guy who does his own, or a woman who does her own lawn maintenance, a person, may not have as many choices as to when they can do it.
I don't really care one way or the other, but I would tell you that I think just the opposite. I think the lawn maintenance guy comes out with these huge mowers, he's done in 10 minutes. The guy who's doing it himself is pushing that little mower, and it's gonna take him an hour.
Well, Yeah. If you're gonna go with that program, I am gonna move or suggest that we expand those hours, because the 6, I think it's